City County government transport facilities is raising concerns from stakeholders, with many Division 1 and grassroots team now pressed for facilities to use. The Nairobi City Stadium, traditionally home ground for several Kenyan Premier League clubs before it was closed down more than 4 years ago for renovation, remains just that, an eyesore, even as other facilities such as Woodley Stadium here in Nairobi lie in ruins, denying talented youths a platform through which to nurture their talents. Our very own Ziti Jimoi went out on a fact-finding mission and now brings you this special report.
As one of the oldest stadiums in the country, Nairobi City Stadium evokes fond memories for many a football fan.
Jacob Amodi to Mwangi. Here is a shot, and he's beaten down.
It has played host for high-octane matches, serving as the home ground for many Kenya Premier League clubs, such as Gor Mahia, but today it lies in ruins. In 2016, the Nairobi City County government, under then Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko, closed the historical stadium for renovations aimed at replacing the worn-out artificial turfs, construction of terraces, changing rooms, installation of VIP lounge and modern street lights. But to date, it remained just that, a dream unfulfilled. Had the work timelines been met, the 10,000-seater facility would have been completed last year, but for now, it remains a fertile ground for bushes and wild grass. 10 kilometers away from this facility lies the Woodley Stadium, another facility under the management for the Nairobi City County government. This is not a forest, this is Woodley Stadium, and a year ago, it was a home stadium for more than 30 teams. Just like City Stadium, they share the same tale, tales of abandonment, neglect, and disappointment. One particular team, Kibera Black Star, who have called this place home, knows the pain and price to pay too well. They have been forced to shift their matches to Camp Toyoyo in Jericho, away from their soul, despite its huge fan base here. Last month, when he officiated the groundbreaking ceremony of the construction of Talanta Sports City Stadium, one of the venues earmarked to host the 2027 AFCON matches, President William Ruto directed the Nairobi Governor John Sakaja to work with Sports CS Ababu Namwamba to put up infrastructure that will help grow talent.
Let me also confirm that we are going to work with the Nairobi City Council in the facilities they have mentioned, whether it is the City Stadium that they want to convert into Joe Kadenge Stadium. I want to ask Ababu Namwamba to have consultations with the governor so that we can see what facilities and what resources we can make available to support the county government of Nairobi in the construction of that facility.
Sakaja has since requested support from the national government to realize the dream.
We are doing the Joe Kadenge Stadium, what was known as City Stadium. We are revamping it, and also we are doing Woodley Stadium. We hope that we can count on your support in those endeavors. Mongea na mdosi ya Sports Fund, mkubwa ya Sports Fund, amesema pia anaweza kutuchangia, tusaidie tutengeneze hiyo stadium pamoja. To make a budget ya 800 million kama county, but najua ukituongezea kama 800 ingine ama 1B itakuwa ni noma sana na itaweza, Your Excellency.
But as the pledges keep coming and more groundbreaking ceremonies are being made, the facilities remains an eyesore, with the budding talents bearing the brunt, hurting the development of talent as Kenyan football continues to stagnate. Reporting for Sporty Monday Citizen TV, I am Zita Jimoi.
Beautiful story there by, of course, Ziti Jimoi. Chitera can't just wait to go. But before we discuss that, let's sample your feedback. Today we are asking about the state of stadia in your county. How is it down there? And this is what you are saying. Going by Facebook, Masinde Muliro Stadium. That's Coach who? Coach Givo from Kakamega, I want to believe. Masinde Muliro Stadium in Bungoma. Renovation are ongoing well for the preparation of Madaraka Day celebrations.
Eddie, Waiguru, what?
Wanguru Stadium.
Stadium imefungwa team in Kirinyaga have to play in muddy swimming pool.
Do you have another one?
Yeah, we don't have stadia. We have grounds. That is Olive Kaverenge.
Do you have another?
Never.
Buhungu Stadium, Kakamega County, under renovation. That is Neville Esse.
And the final one?
The boss one. Chichi says Kamarini in Elgeyo Marakwet is not good at now. The historical Kamarini Stadium.
Of course, that's your feedback. Keep them coming. Of course, we will be sampling more of them. And now, State of Stadia. You've all seen the story done by Jimoy, a beautiful piece there. City Stadium, basically, the Kogalo Nation calls it Tok Komwanda.
Komwanda, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Shitera, I'll begin with you.
I will start by asking all governors in the 47 counties to borrow a script from Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko. He put up a very good structure in Dandora that we are all celebrating. FKF matches were played there on Saturday and Sunday. Safaricom Chapadimba hosted the Nairobi National Finals at Dandora Stadium. You've all seen that picture in Jimoy's story when Governor Sonko was inspecting the stadium. That stadium was complete and the turf was ready to be put up. And then he was stopped, he was impeached. And that is how Dandora Stadium stalled. There was no problem in its construction. The current governor did a good job. He came in and akatandika hiyo mkeka na akafungua uwanja. Okay. So if we all kama hii yenye tumekanyaga hii. If we gave Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko, I think his term to complete 5 years. I think on his blueprint he had planned to finish Woodley Stadium, and I think that is when it stalled.
But let me draw into the
City Stadium. You saw, in fact, the launch of that stadium, City Stadium, was done by Governor Sonko, and it has stalled since then. Whatever Governor Sakaja is telling us that the contractor is on site, we all know where City Stadium is. It's about 5 kilometers from here. No one is on site.
There was a pledge.
So, in fact, what I'm asking is, where was the money that constructed Dandora Stadium came from? Why can't we have such a historical stadium like City Stadium? Follow the structures.
Look at the images here.
Look at it. Why can't we borrow a leaf from Dandora Stadium and put up a good City Stadium, a good Woodley Stadium, and another one in Kangemi? It's all dusty. In fact, I lack words, because when I see, you can see what a good stadium can do. You also how Dandora Stadium was full. People love football.
Let me ask a question.
But when we go on air and say that we have set aside 8 million, the contractor is on site, and yet nothing is going on.
And talk about
actually, there's a pledge actually to rename City Stadium.
That is the only good thing Governor Sakaja has done. He has renamed it from City Stadium to Joe Kadenge Stadium.
And changed the picture in front of the gate.
They have painted the gate.
They painted the gate.
But now, Kinywa, actually, yes. I remember when this was happening, laying of the artificial turf. Yeah. It was courtesy of FIFA. It was a FIFA project in Africa. And various stadia across the continent benefited from that. Now, at one point, because of the deteriorating situation of that...
There was no drainage.
There was no drainage, no maintenance. KPL had to stop hosting matches there.
Because of injuries.
The same case, in Mombasa, you looked at the situation at Uwanja wa Mbuzi.
Mombasa Municipal Stadium. And the Bomu Stadium.
And it's all about question of maintenance, Kenya.
It's very unfortunate. I think there was a pandemic that was intentionally introduced in this country, where every county went into plans to construct their own stadiums. For example, if you look at what we have, we're talking about Nairobi, but when you broaden the picture, look at what we have at Embu, the Moi Stadium in Embu is here. Look at what we have at Kinoru Stadium.
Wanguru.
Wanguru. Look at Isiolo Stadium that has been constructed by 3 governors, and it's still not,
can't host even a KPL match.
Even a Division 1 match.
Kirigiti Stadium, no one is using it.
Stadium is not even. So I think every county went into these. these were projects that were intentionally initiated, sort of to milk money from the coffers, because every county in this country started a stadium Nini project, but most of them are not even complete. There's a fan who said that
Gusii Stadium in Kisii.
Gusii Stadium in Kisii. Look at Bukungu Stadium.
It has been stopped for the nation. Why? I mean, there's no fun.
Every county has its own story when it comes to stadium. And it's something that needs to be done. There needs to be accountability. When you look at Kiloru Stadium, for example, that is in Meru, that has, for the past few months has been very active in raising the football station in Meru. Every weekend, for you to use a stadium, you have to pay northwards of 50,000 shillings. Where can a team that is playing in a county league get those funds from?
Yes.
And you're looking at gate collections of 50 shillings, 100 shillings. It is not even, and the stadium was completed. It has not been handed over to the county.
In fact, for standardization, I urge CS Sports, Ababu na Mwamba, to rein in. Because every governor is coming up with his own structure, his own design. Look at how Moi Stadium in Kisumu looks like. Look at how Gusii Stadium was constructed under the previous government. The current governor, Simba Arati, came in. He brought down the stadium. He's putting it up again. So where is the Ministry of Sports in all this mess? Because it's a mess, a complete mess.
You see, Swila, there's something that Kinyo said. I want to pick it from there without actually watering down what he said. When we started labeling a stadium like Jomo Kenyatta in Kisumu international,
quote unquote,
and it's a whole CS, and it's in the public domain, so I can mention that CS Amina Mohammed that time in sports saying that we are opening Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Kisumu.
And I'm happy with the quality of work.
Yet it's just a shell of it. Then we just justified how people can do a poor job and nobody cares about it.
And be paid.
And be paid. Now, let me actually use the example of Embu, Moi Stadium, Embu. I remember when CS Ababu na Mwamba went to inspect before the national, was it Mashujaa, was it Madaraka? Yeah, that was held there. I remember him lamenting, saying that if millions of money were used in this stadium, then those people should be rotting in jail, the ones who use the same. Have we had any person in jail or maybe even prosecuted over the same?
It was actually redundant.
When merit is not rewarded and mediocrity is rewarded, or people just keep quiet about it, you show people an example of how to continue doing things. And a very good proposal we raised from this SPORTY Monday today, that the money that comes from the national government to the counties is the same revenue. And therefore, the national government should be concerned with how counties are using monies when it comes to sports and even how it is used in infrastructure development. So that we don't have a situation where the county, at the county level, people are saying, we are doing city stadium and we are okay with what is happening, but the national government is quiet about it. Because at the end of the day, mwananchi wa county ni mwananchi wa national government. That's number one. Number two, before I clinch it, the city stadium, and I remember I hosted Waziri Mulama the other day on Radio Citizen, and he was talking about it, Woodley and all that. This is what should be happening.
Saying that the contractor is on site?
Absolutely. This is what should be happening. If AFCON is coming, and we are talking about teams coming to Nairobi, then we should be asking, apart from Kasarani and Nyayo and Talanta, where are we going to have teams training? Yeah? Other stadia that teams can train comfortably. And then comes the question of maintenance. You see, a country like Morocco, you see nowadays when teams in Africa lack playing surfaces that are approved by FIFA, all of them go to Morocco because they can go to Casablanca, they can go to Marrakesh and elsewhere. The idea of maintenance, because even if you do Talanta or Kasarani without a proper mechanism of maintenance, then after 1, 2, 3 years,
it's wonderful.
In fact, I dare say Dandora Stadium will be overused.
Yeah.
And within no time, it will
be closed down.
Yeah.
That's actually, well, let me pick from Shitera, Dandora Stadium, because everything that is happening is being taken to Dandora Stadium. Very soon it's going to be like Kamtoyoyo. You've seen Kamtoyoyo, every game, every NSL game, Division 1, county games, they're being played there. And the surface is bad. So that is injuries to the young boys who we want them to be stars. So for me, I went and visited Woodley Stadium. You know, I grew up in Kibera. Went and visited Woodley Stadium. And hapo pia nimecheza mpira sana. My team was Carolina Kibera. Niko nazo. Even the director will tell you. The director will tell you. Nimecheza mpira hapo sana. So me. So striker, I'm deadly sana. That is people still call me striker kwa hiyo nini. Which means it's true. A lot of
ngapi. A striker anasahau mabao.
Protect her, please.
You're protected.
So seeing what is happening in Woodley, mawe imetupwa, mchanga ikatupwa, there's nothing. Ni nyonyi saizi ndio zinaenda zinaoga kwa maji. Saizi maji imenyesha juu, nyonyi naoga kwa hiyo maji ikienda shughuli zake, dogs are just passing by. Imekuwa bush, it looks like a forest. Like it's so, I don't know how, I felt even like crying because it's something that imekuwa ikileta watu pamoja. If you see the derby between Kibra and Gogo, people wanaja. You've seen even pictures how watu wamekuwa kija. Used to be a very big derby. Seeing that Black Star has to pay money to come to Yoyo to go and do it and play the games there, knowing that even them Black Star are struggling now that maybe they have a sponsor. So it makes me think of, why are you saying that you have constructors on site and there's nothing?
In fact,
I visited the stadium, 2 of them. There's nothing that is happening.
In fact, wanasema ungetuachia vile ilikuwa.
Yes,
because City Stadium has been closed down. Point of correction, for over 8 years.
8 years, yes, 8 years.
Absolutely,
from 2016.
Absolutely. Very heated debate, very passionate about the state of stadia in the country. And of course, today we are asking you, what's the state of the stadium in your home county? X us, SMS us 22422, hashtag Sporty Monday at Citizen TV Kenya, at Isaac Swiller. Keep this conversation going. And of course, we will be sampling your feedback. At this point in time, we are taking a short commercial break, but don't dare touch that remote. When we return, the FKF Cup, who are in the last 4? How about in Germany? Are Leverkusen beatable? We'll also be going to London, where the Gunners painted it red, but is it too little, too late? Stay tuned.